Yo, hi there. These comments are for B. I'm just using your name for privacy purposes, your initial there, and I think you're completing a pronunciation pretest in my online TOEFL course. You've also paid to have the additional service to work more one-on-one with your pronunciation.
I'm sorry.
All right.
The system in my computer, I don't know why I can't update the record. So I try to use YouTube to take the record and send you the email.
All right.
I think you will have no problem to listen to this record. And
no problem at all. Now, if possible, see if you can figure out VoxyPop. You do need to adjust your security settings in order for VoxyPop to work and to upload things. So if you go into Java on your desktop, you need to take the website www.voxypop.com. You need to put that website into your Java security settings, and that should allow you to use it. So if you need more help on that, if you go to VoxyPop, they will give you some instructions on how to do that. So if possible, I'll listen to YouTube, but it's going to take me longer. It's a little bit more difficult to do it. I can certainly respond as I'm doing right now.
In your old system, it doesn't matter, I can hear your reports.
Okay.
I am taking a record of lesson 7.
All right.
The first part is listening. 1. Board. Roll. 2. Chord. Code.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, let me find this for just a minute. I have a book that has all this information, so you're starting with the pronunciation lessons. Probably a pretty good idea. Okay, I'm going to open up this particular document and I will go directly to the lessons that you are working on right now. Okay, let's see if I can find it. I think you said caught. Okay, let me see where you are right now.
Not. 5. Got.
Okay, let's keep going. So soak, let me try to find that one. Here. I think we have it. I got it. So the O. Okay, let's go back to the beginning of this video.
I'm sorry. The system in YouTube
Alright.
You will have no problem to listen to this record. And if you want to take your record in your old system, it doesn't matter, I can hear your reports. Okay. I am taking a record of lesson 7.
I would say there I am making a recording, not taking a recording. So, and you also don't write a test, you take a test.
Listening. 1. Board. Roll. 2. Chord. Code.
Don't forget to pronounce that final T. So bought, boat, caught, coat.
Three. Sock. Soak.
Okay.
4. Lost. Note.
Good.
5. Got. Gold.
All right.
6. Knock. Loathe.
This one is lock, loathe. Lock, loathe.
7. Ball. Roll.
Try that one. Ball, bowl. Ball, bowl. Like a bowl of cereal. Okay.
Nine. Note.
Now, wait a minute. I have here, number 9 is dot, dote. Number 4 is not, note.
And call. The second part. Listening discrimination.
Yeah, this part I don't care as much about. When you get into these pronunciation exercises, let me tell you where you can focus. Focus more on in terms of getting feedback from me, I'm more interested in seeing you use these sounds within the context of a sentence or paragraph. So when you're doing your voice recordings with these lessons, focus more on voice recording exercise 1 and also voice recording exercise 2 in these particular areas. This is where I'd like to give you most of your feedback. All right? Okay, let's see how you do on these.
1, 2, call, 3.
No. You have farm, form. So you're not really pronouncing that R in the middle in either case. Number 2, torn, tarn. Farm, form. Torn, tarn.
Honest. Father.
No, honest is only, it's 2 syllables, not 3. So honest, father.
Bond. 5. Gold. 6.
So you need to pronounce that final T. Gloat, gloat, glow.
Broad. Calm. 7.
I'm saying this one, you're not pronouncing that B. Bomb, bomb, comb, bomb, comb.
No. Roll. 8.
No. You have to say here, known, flown. So one of your problems here, it's not just vowel sounds, but you want to be careful that you pronounce all the sounds clearly in the word, including vowel sounds.
No buy. Nothing.
So you want to say here, mobile or mobile. Most Americans will say mobile, mopping.
9. Biography. Biology.
Okay.
10. Roll. Bond.
Okay.
The third part.
Okay, let's go to voice recording exercise number 5. This is one I'm more interested in right here. This is going to be difficult, so one of the first suggestions I'm going to have to give you here is make sure you clearly pronounce all the consonant sounds. And by the way, let me know what your first language is. Now, I may be wrong. I'm guessing possibly Chinese, maybe. But anyway, what is your first language? If you can tell me that, that also may help me, because I'm used to teaching students from about 60 countries all over the world for about 20 years. And based on your first language, I have a pretty good idea of the kinds of problems you're going to have.
Speaking sentences.
Okay, here we go.
1. However, the U.S. Army continually invaded this territory, creating problems within the known zone of native economy.
Okay, not exactly. You had trouble with 2 words. The known zones of the native economy there. So let's read it again. However, the U.S. Army continually invaded this territory, creating problems within the known zones of the native economy.
2. Indeed, it's known that Forms of dance play an important role in the culture and lead the rising information about the characteristics of culture. 3.
Okay, not quite here. So you have the word, you had trouble with the word reveal. Reveal. And then the word characteristics. Characteristics. And don't forget the S on the end. Also the word information. Read with me. Indeed, it is known that forms of dance play an important role within a culture and reveal a wide range of information about the characteristics of a culture.
Sitting board and civil realize they cannot defend the army alone.
It's not they cannot, they could not. Because remember, realized is past, so then you should use could here and not can.
They must fight on their own land. 4.
They must fight. So let's read again. Sitting Bull and the Sioux realized they could not defeat the army alone and that they must fight on their own land.
I speed up the prepare process and should be applied for 10 to 20 minutes on and off for not longer than 72 hours.
Okay, the trouble here is the word ice. Ice. Ice speeds up the repair process. I speeds up the repair process and should be applied for 10 to 30 minutes on and off for not longer than 72 hours.
5. It's important to point out that adult feedback has a direct effect on development at this stage.
Okay.
Again, in having to try to apply the words to express increasingly subtle differences in the reference.
Okay. Now with this one, I think for the most part not bad, but you're having some problems with your pausing. Notice my first pause is before the connector. So I'll say, it is important to point out that adult feedback has a direct effect on development at this stage, again in helping the child to acquire the words to express increasingly subtle differences in reference.
First part. Youth children typically overgeneralize their early words or hollow phrases in the adult.
Now I think you said youth children. You want to say young children.
Of describing the semantics of their language. First, cats must be applied to something with 4 legs. Daddy is an adult mouth. As the child experiences with increasingly sophisticated.
You want to say experiments. As the child experiments with increasingly sophisticated hypotheses,
hypothesis about the meaning of the words. Seriously apply items may drop out of vocabulary. An example is the 15-month-old who went through the period of calling his mother Lady Daddy. That's it.
Okay, so let's read this one more time, all right? I think you need some more practice here. So I'm glad that you joined or you're using my additional service here. I'm going to be honest with you, you got a long road ahead. I have worked with many students in exactly your situation. If you're patient, you can definitely make improvements, but you do have a lot of problems. So let's read this one together. Young children typically overgeneralize their early words or halla phrases in the act of deciphering the semantics of their language. Thus, cat may be applied to anything with 4 legs. Daddy is any adult male. As the child experiments with increasingly sophisticated hypotheses about the meaning of words, previously acquired items may drop out of the vocabulary. An example is a 16-month-old who went through a period of calling his mother Lady Daddy. All right, so in the next video that you put together, you're doing, I think it's listening practice test number 26, am I right? So that's the speaking one. Let me find the other one here. Oh, here it is. I got it. I got all. You see what I'm saying? It's complicated to do all these different videos. So if you could just do your recordings at VoxyPop, try to figure that out if possible. Most people, after you do some changes to your Java security settings, you will be able to use VoxyPop.
Second, search, research, researching. Hi, this is the record of lesson 26. The first part is listening to discrimination. 1. Act, active, actively, activity. Second, search, research, researching.
Now here's a quick question here. Why are you jumping around here? To me, it's more logical. Here's my recommendation. I mean, you already have clearly a lot of problems with your vowel and your consonant sounds, am I right? So why are you jumping to lesson number 26? Why not just focus right now on the vowel and the consonant sounds? Once you're doing well in this area, remember, going from lesson number 7 to lesson number 26, it's like going from simple addition to calculus. It's much more advanced, but you have a lot of basic problems you want to worry about right now. So I'm going to go ahead and bypass and not worry about this. Let's not focus too much on the lessons 26, 27, and so on. Let's just focus on lessons 7, 8, 9, all the way until you get to lesson number 24. So right now, do the voice recording exercises in lessons 7 through 24. And I will give you comments in those areas, and once you've had some good practice in these areas, then you can move on to the more difficult aspects of the pronunciation part of my course. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead to your speaking practice test. Now on this one, let me go ahead and click on the rubrics too. As you can see, this is kind of complicated, right? So we have to, if you follow a logical order and don't jump around a lot, it's going to be easy for me to give you the right feedback at the right time. I think you can make better progress if you do that. Now let me know if you disagree with this though. You paid for the additional service, and technically you can use it however you want. I'm just giving you my advice from a professional teaching standpoint, from preparing students for the TOEFL exam over the last 20 years. So if you disagree with my assessment, then talk to me again and we can work out whatever you want to do. Okay, now let's take a look at your independent speaking. Of course, this is the rubric, and what I want to do now,
Speaking practice, topic 1.
okay,
The small pack near my house is one of the most favorable place when I was a child, because there was some.
I want to say child, not child. 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 So actually 2 syllables there. Child.
Trees and many flowers on that small patch. And when I was a child, I really loved.
On that small, not sure what you're saying there. Hold on.
But I really loved to see this beautiful flower the place when I was a child, because there was some trees and many flowers.
There were some trees, not there was, because you're using a plural subject after the be verb there, so change was to were.
That small patch. And when I was a child,
That, I'm not exactly sure what you're saying there. It's at about 27 to 28 seconds in the video.
To see these beautiful flowers and to smell the scents of of that. And usually
That's a pretty good description there. So it does say, describe a place you visited as a child. What is your favorite memory while visiting that place?
some scratch. The little animals live there, or little birds live there in their trees.
Okay.
So when I was a child,
I would say they live in those trees, not live in that trees. Because that usually used with singular nouns, and then those is used with plural nouns.
love to climb these trees and see how these small birds, their place to live. So that's why this place is one of my memories when I was a child.
It's one of my favorite memories there. All right, so let's take a look at the rubrics here. We can get a general idea of how you will score. I think on this one, you have some intelligibility issues with your delivery, so that's going to cause you trouble. Also, you have some language use issues, which means some vocabulary, maybe some grammar, mostly grammar problems in there. So with topic development, my main suggestion is when you get to the second part of the task, say my favorite memory while visiting that place is when and then explain it. So don't forget to repeat. You can repeat key elements, key parts of the actual speaking task, and it helps organize, I think, your speaking a little bit better. All right, so your score here, I'm going to put you at about 2.0 out of 5, right in here, 15 points out of 30. So in addition to working on my pronunciation, in terms of helping you with your language use, spend time each week going through the grammar lessons. You can even take my grammar pretest. It'll tell you which areas in the grammar section you're not as familiar with, so you know what to study more. And go through all those lessons. Now, there's also a grammar lesson. Let me see if I can find it here for you. Hold on. See if I can give you a good idea here, some things that you can work on. Okay, so if you go to grammar, this is the third part of my course. Let's take a look. So again, taking the pretest I think will be good because that tells you certain things that you can study here. Now also I have a really useful web page here. Grammar lesson number 32, writing grammar and research exercises. Start going through those grammar exercises. Once you've finished most of the lessons in the grammar area, then you can click on lesson 32 and you can get even more practice. And you might even keep a grammar journal. And what that means is you write down in the journal any unusual grammatical structures you see, any unfamiliar type grammar you're not used to. You write it in the journal, then you can review that from time to time to help strengthen your language use. All right? Thank you very much.